Qween. How many times did you audition for Drag Race? Is that your first one when you got on?
It was my first serious time. America's Got Talent wanted me first.
Really?
Yeah, they were trying to get me every year, but I didn't want to go on there and be like the clown, because I felt like that's what they were gonna do with drag, and so I was like, I don't want to be that person, and so I was like, well, why don't I do a show that celebrates drag? So then I tried Drag Race. And season 3, I put in an application, and then they called me within like a few hours and wanted a video, but the guy I was talking to at the time did not want me to do it. So, which I think everything happens for a reason, which is good. And then so season 4, I put it in again, and then within like 20 minutes, they were like, give us your video, did this, that, and the other. And so I was like, all right, let's do it. So season 4 was the first time I took it seriously and like went all the way.
And season 4 was the season that Drag Race really
I think it like
blew up.
Changed the game.
Yeah.
Like it did. You have Sharon, who is completely different than anybody that's ever been on the show. And so it pulled in like this completely new audience that like made it even know what it is today. And then we're all kind of like fucked up on the show, so like our characters are all like screwy, which made it even better.
It was so many different personalities, and like it had 3 years of a slow build.
Yeah.
And then season 4 is when it really exploded, which was good in some ways, and then probably a little tough in other ways.
It was so much fun. Like I was so happy like that I was on that season particularly, because I think with our personalities, it really made for great TV, and I wouldn't change anything.
It did. Now, you said before in the past that when you were shooting that season, you know, all the drama that you were throwing between you and Sharon was a little real, but mostly you guys were like having it at each other for, you know, and then would hang out later. What's the truth in that?
Sharon and I knew what we were doing. Yeah. The fight that we had at the very, very end, where she like threw me under the bus on stage, that was a real fight. But like, with like the whole Party City thing and everything, like I remember like Sharon and I would talk like offset, and like we weren't supposed to talk to each other. But they like we would be like, you know, they've never had a rivalry like this ever in the history of Drag Race.
Really?
And we were like, how cool would it be? And like to make it all the way to end, that would be so cool. And I mean, the producers don't want me to say that, but
you just did.
But it is like we knew how to play the game, and like we did what we had to do to get to the end, and that's what Rue says, play to win, and like that's what we came to do. So yeah. Now Willem and I really didn't get along. Yeah, that was very authentic. Yeah.